Love chatting about spiritual awakening? Want to learn more about connecting with source energy and allowing the universe to act on your behalf? Well, grab a beverage and welcome in the weekend with Lindsay every Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. on her show, Card Pulls and Coffee, as she channels messages from the divine realm or chats with a guest. Lindsay is a mindset coach, intuitive channel, and energy clearing practitioner. If you're feeling stagnant, overwhelmed, or full of self-doubt, Lindsay will guide you to come back to remembering who you really are. Join Lindsay here on WLFE DB Radio.
Hello, everyone. I am just sharing on the WLFETV network. Happy Friday. Let me know if you are on and watching. StreamYard removed my access to WLFEDB Facebook. Sometimes that happens, so I just shared it. So hopefully all of our fans over there will be able to see it. Hello. Okay, so I see a hey girl, hey, but I just see Facebook user, which just means tonight I'm going to have to look at my phone. See, this is all I see, Facebook user. Hi, everyone. So if you comment, maybe type your name in your comment, or I'll also just be able to refer to this. If you comment, maybe. Okay. You might be on my Rock Your Fear page. Yes. Hi, April. How are you? It took me a second to figure out who you were. Welcome. Let me know if you'd like a card pull tonight. Free card pulls just to see where we're at, where we're going into the fall. Hi, love. And yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Lindsay Amico. I'm a mindset coach. I work with companies and individuals to help navigate your fear-based stories, increase your motivation, decrease your stress, decrease your burnout, and really tap back into who you are, who you've always been, and who you always will be, the fullest expression of yourself. So what I always say is we have all of these stories, all of these societal belief systems, all of these things we've taken on from our childhood, our families, our trauma, and we've created that reality for ourselves. So we have our internal critic, the ego stories that kind of shape our reality until we get a hold on what's going on. And that can change, and it will change, but it's really all about bringing in compassion and love and kindness and, more than anything, awareness, so we can see what we really are, what the essence is of us. So absolutely, April, I will put you on the list. So, and I also told my friend Beth, because last time I did not get to her. So we have April and Beth. How's your night going, everyone? So thank you to WLFEDB for hosting the show. You can like and follow them on their Facebook page. Of course, you can join my group Rock Your Fear on Facebook if you are looking for some support to navigate your own fear-based stories. And of course, like Picture Perfect Mind. And let's see, what else can I share with you? Say hello as you're hopping on. Let me know if you would like a card pull. Hi, Brooke. Happy Friday. I almost said happy birthday, which means I'm probably tired. It's fine. It's good. Let me know if you want a card pull, love. I have a little list going here, free card pulls. So first, I always start with a group reading and just kind of seeing what's going on in the collective. As we know, there's a lot going on in the collective. There's a lot of things all the time. So first, I just saw 444. I love it. Okay, let's get settled. Take a breath. Get into our bodies. I'm burning some spiritual healing incense. So just letting anything from our week, anything that's going on in our headspace. Just letting it go right now. Just plucking away anything that doesn't serve us. Even if it's just for the next hour, can you release it for this moment? Can you let it go? Can you surrender it to Source just for the next hour? Setting the intention of what you're releasing and what you're bringing in tonight. Hi, June. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so starting with the energy of the collective, just seeing what the collective message is. Sometimes the individual card pulls kind of go along with this, but sometimes they change depending on what Spirit wants you to know. Okay. So I'll add June to the list. It's funny, we have April and June. I wonder if May will hop on. Okay, what does the collective need tonight, Spirit? What do we need? Okay. This is so beautiful. Abundance. And just look at this beautiful fall weather that we have on this card. It flipped right over. Just these beautiful autumn leaves. This is the Hunter moon. So I don't know if anyone watching, if you know exactly when that is, I could Google it, but it's just, so abundance is ours. Abundance is ours. If you have any concerns about that, it is yours. Is there anything else that we need to know in regards to the abundance, to the prosperity? Okay, beginnings. So what is it time to release so that these new beginnings can be ushered in so that abundance is ours? So abundance comes to us effortlessly. Abundance is our divine birthright. Boundaries and remembering that we have free will. So I'll just share a personal anecdote from my day to day. Today I had a few meetings going on and everything went really well. I met wonderful people and I got a lot done, but I was kind of like, I don't really know if I want to do this, or do I really want to go to that happy hour? I work in a co-working space, so there was a happy hour there and it was really nice. But you know, these dialogues running through of like, I don't really want to do this. Do I have to do it? And all of a sudden I was like, Lindsay, you shape your own reality. There was this voice that was like, you shape your own reality. You get to decide what you want to do. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. And that it's like, we forget our free will. We forget that we get to decide what feels good for us. Because for me personally, for so long, I was really told what to do. I was put in school. I was given structures. I was given expectations, right? So also that means people pleasing. And what is this person going to think if I don't show up to this? Or I need to walk away, or I need to create boundaries that work for me. And because we're letting our energy go into all of these different places, we're creating all of these internal stories of, well, I have to stick this out because this is what I decided and I have to follow through with this. It's like these, discipline is good, but it's like discipline gets mixed up and like, is this aligned for me? So it's good to be disciplined. But if something is not in alignment for you today, do you want to still do it? And allowing yourself to be able to make that decision for yourself without continuously going back and forth. And when we're in full alignment, that's when the new beginnings come that are not like the old cycles that we've cycled through over and over. They're the new beginnings that align to pure abundance. And abundance, of course, means money, but abundance really is freedom. Abundance is the abundance of energy for yourself that you deserve. It's just we live in a society that has basically made us burn out from the overabundance of masculine energy. You deserve to be able to receive. So it's about really allowing yourself to create the life that you want to live. It's creating the life where here are my expectations for myself on a day-to-day basis. This is what I allow for myself, and this is what I don't allow for myself. And then here's where the new beginnings lead to the abundance. So where are you holding yourself back currently is the question for the collective. If you would like a card pull, just comment, let me know. But yeah. Where are you holding yourself back currently with a particular story? Are you trying to please someone? Are you trying to please yourself? What are you trying to force that doesn't really feel in alignment for you at the moment? And we're all guilty of something, but what are you ready to release? What are you ready to let go of that you believed one time, this story served you at one time, and now it just doesn't? That's where the abundance really can flow in. Say hi as you're hopping on. Let me know if you would like a card tonight, my friends. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with April, and then I'll go to Beth, and then I'll go to June, and leave a comment if you would like a card pull. Okay, so April. Hunger and blossoming. When I see this card, it makes me feel like this really raw desire and connecting back to almost tribal instincts, very ancestral, very connecting to the wild side of yourself, connecting back to nature. And also it always reminds me of the which wolf are you going to feed? Are you feeding the one that makes you feel good? Are you feeding the one that's about gratitude and abundance and the positive mindset? Or are you allowing the one that's full of fear to really run the show? Then I'm going to read blossoming. I don't know if threes have any significance for you, but angel number 33 is coming up. Do not give up. You have planned for this. Take no notice of what others think or say about you. Open and rise. Someone around you may be jealous. Mark your victories. I joyfully blossom and I feel no fear. In the country in which I live, there really aren't a lot of meadows, that classic kind of rolling open space. I walked into the meadow in Yosemite National Park and was soon surrounded by this blossoming. The flower fragrance drifted up with the breeze. There was a dusting of pollen on my clothes. Anything seemed possible here. There is a time to blossom. We plant seeds so they will blossom into what we intend. Perhaps the journey has been a long and hard one, but we shouldn't give up, especially if we are close. Fear is usually the thing that prevents flow and blossoming. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change, fear of what people think. I could go on, but know if we can release the useless fears and begin to enjoy our growth and eventual blossoming, it will all be worthwhile. So that just reminds me of that wolf card of, are you focusing on what's blossoming? There's so much around you that's actually working. Or are you focusing on the things that maybe aren't quite clicking, the things that you wish were different? Hello, who else is hopping on? Hi, Anne. Sorry if you're on Rock Your Fear. I do not get to see your name. Let me know if you want a card, Anne. And then April, I really needed to hear this. Yeah, it's so easy for us to focus on what's not working instead of what is, because the way that our mind is designed biologically is to protect us and to focus on the problems so we can problem solve. I just wanted to play you one. I'm wondering if we can get an action. Whoops. Okay. You got, I reveal my truth. So this to me means somehow using your voice to express what you need and express what you deserve, and perhaps even allow yourself to blossom further. So is this that you need to tell someone something? Is this something to do with business or success or your job? Where can you reveal your truth? Where are you not doing that and maybe feeling like people should figure it out? Or maybe where you just are afraid to, and you're just going to release all of that in your throat chakra when you finally say the thing. So there's so much good blossoming for you. It's just that we hold ourselves back from fear. So just like Gabby Bernstein says, fear or love, coming back to the basics, looking at A Course in Miracles and saying, okay, where am I connecting to fear? And I forgive the fear and I turn back to love and what is truly successful in my life. There you go. You're doing a great job. Absolutely, Anne. I will add you to the list. We have Beth, June, and Anne. Thank you, April, for hopping on. Feel free to stick around. I always say that all of the messages that are on tonight are for everyone. So even if you're only on for a minute or two, or you don't want to ask for a card pull, Spirit is going to speak to you about what you need to hear tonight. So, but feel free to leave a comment if you would like a card. And usually I pick more than one. Okay, so Beth, I'm feeling the Starseed Oracle. Beth, I don't think you're on right now, but I didn't get a chance to get to you a couple weeks ago because there were so many people on, so I wanted to add you in here. Okay. Okay. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So this card to me always means we want to have all of the steps figured out. We want the action plan. We want to make sure we're going to succeed. We don't want to fail. You know, all the things. Please tell me exactly how to get there. I'm going to do the things and then I'm going to be successful and then I'm going to be happy. But what this card indicates is you know where you're supposed to go. So it's more about taking the steps you know you're supposed to be taking instead of waiting around. So instead of waiting for the leader to show you the way, and actually on the back of the deck, it's Forge, Don't Follow. So while it's amazing to have people to learn from, you already have so much innate wisdom. So what are the baby steps that you need to take? So for example, if you want to write a book, writing one page or one paragraph for the next 365 days. I always think of that example because it just feels so profound to me. It feels so significant. If you want to lose weight, not trying to get every single thing down exactly, what are the small baby steps that my intuition, that my knowing is telling me to do to be healthier? Not the guru, not the coach, not the person that is going to tell me, but what do I actually know? And then through the alignment of our intuition, it's so much easier. So it's just like telling you how knowledgeable you are. And then you also received Earth School, which is life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. This to me is an old soul card. It's very like, it's funny because it almost reminds me of Peter Pan, but with the life lessons and Earth School, I feel like you've come to Earth many times. And what I'm hearing is, you don't need to keep repeating the same cycles over and over. There's always going to be new lessons, but it's like you've learned the lesson and now it's time to move forward and connect to your strength and help others. Like now is really the time for you to be able to support and lift up others, which I think you're doing. And I'm going to pull you one personal power card. Say hi if you're on and leave a comment if you would like a card. Yeah, it's very much kind of like ancient wisdom. And allowing you to have access to that ancient wisdom for yourself. I am a healer. So if you ever question this or doubt this, this is what you're here to do. This is what I think you've done for many lifetimes. So here's your reminder. I just looked up and it was 2222. Here's your reminder. You are a very powerful healer. It's okay to go through different things. It's okay in all of the ways. It's the reminder that this is what you're here to do and to continue. If it's baby steps, that's okay. But you have all of the knowledge you need to heal yourself and to heal others. So do not doubt that. There you go, Beth. Sorry for missing you a couple of weeks ago. There was so many people on that night, which was amazing. So that's for Beth. I feel like I saw this tension and I need you. My neck hurts. My neck hurts. Okay. June, you are next. What am I feeling for June? Sometimes I just stick with one deck, and tonight I kind of feel like I'm doing a bunch of different ones. Kind of want to move my desk up. I need you. My neck all this week. My shoulders are on the strug bus. What does Anne need to know today? Oops. Hi, Wendy. Sorry, my StreamYard is not connecting names tonight if you are joining through Rock Your Fear. So I have to look at my phone. Yes, of course, Wendy, I can pull you a card. I'll add you to the list. So right now we are on June, and then Anne and Wendy. So first of all, let me disconnect from I've been trying to do that in between readings just so I don't continue to hold on to everyone's energy. So, all right, for June. What does Spirit want June to know tonight? Okay. There's too many cards there. What do you want June to know? And a card or two, please. Spirit. Whoa. Okay. They just got super sassy with me. Like, blew the cards. Okay, so this one actually came out the first time. So you got a change in the wind, but reversed. And then you got truth be told in reverse. So I'm going to read the protection messages from this deck. So truth be told is about honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. As many of us know, Mercury is in retrograde again, so it is very important to really articulate and say what you mean and not beat around the bush. And that's really interesting that April got that message about speaking her truth too. So that might be another thing in the collective. It's like, say what you need to say. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. So it's about this looking inward of like, is it me? Is it other people? Where is my integrity? And where am I lying to myself, right? Like, I'll use the example of my business. There have been times where I just like have been in avoidance and I haven't been focused. And there's been a lot of different factors involved in that. It's very difficult working for yourself. Sometimes there's all of these internal belief dialogues that I had to work through. There's challenges in all these different directions. But at the end of the day, I had to really ask myself, what is the successful version of Lindsay going to do about this? Right? Like, what would the successful version of Lindsay do in the situation? Then tap into that avatar, tap into that energy, and then go from there. Where are we lying to ourselves where we're saying, I don't have the power? It's okay to have compassion and it's okay to not be hard on ourselves, but where are we in denial? Or is there someone in our environment that just isn't healthy or good for us? Ask for the truth. Even if you don't like what you hear, acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than truth is required now. So then a change in the wind, what I'm feeling is just like the collective message where the boundaries and the forgetting of our willpower is kind of the block of what's separating us from the new beginnings and abundance. I'm feeling like a change in the wind might be wanting to come to you, but not able to come to you because you're not really connecting to the truth on some level. Where are we not seeing what's actually going on? Hopefully this is making sense on some level. So the protection message here, well, first let me read. A sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. Protection message. There are conditions brewing in your life that you don't have control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and is for the best, the highest good. Even if this storm blows away, the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. I went through something like this actually a couple of weeks ago. It was like this foreboding feeling of like all of this change. It was very anxiety inducing. And sometimes things like that just need to happen to clear the path. And it's like, I feel like maybe you're feeling something coming, like a shift. It doesn't have to be a bad shift, but are you ignoring that? And how can you more so embrace it and prepare for it and be there for yourself and others through this transition, and knowing that Source is with you every single step of the way. Hi, Kristen. Absolutely. I'll put you on the list, girlfriend. So June, if you're listening, if you're here still, I'm hoping this is making somewhat sense to you. But that's just what I'm getting. It's like, where do we need to look at something? Whoops, jeez. Oh, this is perfect. I am responsible for my life. So as much as we want to look at our external circumstances and point to them and say, this is why, this is how it is, there's truth in that. There's truth in our stories. There's truth in our excuses. There's truth in our reasons. But once we take control over the areas of life that we have control over, and we really claim responsibility for our life, so many things can change for us in a really positive way. So I feel some change coming for you, really. It's happening for you. And that's really exciting. Okay. That's for June. So right now I have Anne, Wendy, and Kristen next. And I am just going to have a quick commercial break, and then I will get into your readings, my friends. Thank you for joining me this Friday. Thank you to WLFE-DB. Okay, good. I'm glad, because sometimes I'm channeling and I'm like, what if she has no clue what I'm talking about here? So good. I'm glad. And let me know if you need any further support or help. I'm always here. Okay, so here's the commercial break, and I will be right back. Let me know if you'd like a card pull. Leave me a comment.
WLFE-DB.com, where you can find vodcast shows, podcasts, and more. So go check out WLFE-DB.com, where talk radio is a whole lot better. Our shows are your shows, and that there makes for a great talk radio.
WLFE-DB Radio is on Spotify with all its great shows like Across the Pond, Inside the Drag Closet, Step into the Paranormal, Just Cindy, Where's My Sage, Unfiltered Talks with Bryce, Metal Mayhem ROC, Paratalk Radio, Real Talk with Dom, and more. So download the Spotify app today to stay connected to all your WLFE-DB radio shows.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more. Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE-DB Radio.
Well, hello there, kids. Have you started watching Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't? Well, you should. You can join us every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WLFE-DB Radio. We hope to see you then. See you, kids!
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Brie, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Merch? Did someone say merch? Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now back to our program.
We're back. Welcome to Card Pulls and Coffee, or sometimes water, because it's still nighttime and we can't be up till like 1 a.m. That's just not super healthy. No, I would be drinking coffee right now if I wasn't up until 1 a.m. So let me know if you want a card pull. Right now we have Anne, Wendy, and Kristen. So let's get into Anne. Anne, I'm feeling this deck for you. So what does Anne need to know tonight? And your daughter is freaking gorgeous. I'm obsessed with seeing pictures of her. Her eyes are gorgeous. She looks just like you. Look at this, Polar Bear Mama. Do we have another card, or is that the only card from this deck source? Okay, perfect. So clean it up and a leg up. So I actually need to read the description of this one. I know for this one, it's all about really doing the work that we don't feel like doing. So for me, that would be financial stuff. That would be emails. Actually, I'm starting to really enjoy my emails, but I used to avoid them. I used to get so overwhelmed by them. My brain was just kind of like, blah, 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 blah. So this is about, even cleaning the house, or what do we need to do to clean it up? What do we need to do to release perhaps even physical stuff so that we can clear the space for what is to come in? So if there's anything around you that you've been like, okay, I really need to be doing that, but you're putting it off, or you're exhausted because you're a new mom, of course, is there some time where you can even take baby steps towards that? Or what is the one thing that's going to lead the way to all of the other things that can really create some space? Yes, she's adorable. Hi, Carla. Yeah, I'll add you to the list. And then, okay, a leg up. Let's read this. I'm getting a good vibe from it. Receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life is a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with, who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. So really asking your angels, asking your guides, asking universe, like, hey, send me the person that I need for this. Send me the send me my ideal client. The trick is to accept the aid and not just say, hey, I can do this all on my own. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. The relationship message here is relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others just as much as they need you. So you don't need to shut yourself off. You don't need to handle it all on your own. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak your needs, to not push them down. Do what you coach others to do. Ask for your needs to be filled. Trust you will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. The prosperity message is now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to be to help you get there too. If you do, you'll receive very good counsel. It's going to aid in your prosperity. It may also be a case that your endeavors have grown, so maybe you need to delegate. So, and that's really understanding, okay, how much can I really clean up on my own? Maybe I can hire out, there's so many online admin supports if you need some help with something that is just going to take a ton of time. For me, I was thinking about that, and then I realized, okay, actually I need to do this on my own, but it's different for everyone. Trust that help is available. It's going to appear. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. So really about cleaning up some stuff and also asking for help in doing it, because prosperity is right around the corner if you actually open up in that way and allow yourself to receive. And then maybe one more card. I follow my heart. So not pushing down your desires, pushing down your needs, really allowing yourself to know that that's human, that's your soul. This is what you need. You have needs and you deserve them to be met, especially as a new mom, and you are allowed to have success. And if you need extra help to get there, what do you need to do? And also you can ask your angels for help every single morning when you wake up. So let me know how that feels for you. Oh yeah. Now I need to disengage from my people before. So it's Anne. Disengaging from June, disengaging from Anne. I connected to Wendy. Yeah, okay. Let me know if that made sense for you, Anne. Okay, Wendy. All right, we're getting the Starseed deck for Wendy. Of course. Thank you for hopping on. We need to take a walk soon. That would be amazing. We can take the babe before it gets too cold. We can take her to the you know what I mean, the bike path. Words. Okay, Wendy. What does Wendy need tonight, Spirit? Okay. The Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So I am feeling called to read this specifically from the book. That's what I feel like they're asking me to do. Yes, let's do it. It's so convenient that you're right around the corner. And it's been so nice out. It's just been like the perfect fall weather. Okay. So, Wendy, when you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart. So for me, at times, of course, I'm always going to use my business because there's so much stuff that comes up with that. At times, it's kind of like, why am I doing this? Do I like doing this? And it's coming back to the why. Why do we care? Well, first of all, it creates a ton of joy in my life. And I love meeting people and creating authentic relationships and creating an impact and all of this stuff, expressing my beliefs into the world. But also, I really want to help people. And that is my deeper why. But on the days where we're struggling, we're burnt out, we're trying to juggle it all, we're kind of maybe our hands in all of these different buckets, it kind of is really easy to forget the why. So coming back, perhaps doing a heart chakra meditation and just coming back to the space of who am I? What am I bringing to the world? And why is this important? Allowing that to be your ability to co-create with the universe for the rest of 2021. What is your mantra? To get back into the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul's seeds and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. So also identifying where are the actions I'm taking for other people. And while all of us have to do that, where are the stories where I'm telling myself I have to do this and actually like I am making it this thing that it doesn't need to be. Like I don't need to be creating a problem where there's not one. I don't need to be living my life for someone else that might not even be thinking about me at this moment or caring what decision I make. How can you make your life a moving prayer? So asking yourself that. And then one more card. And I love this card. Like that is just beautiful, that rose. What does Wendy need to make her life a moving prayer? I trust in divine timing. So the essence that I'm receiving from your cards, Wendy, is the connection to source. So if you're religious, beautiful. If you're not, that's great. Connecting to your intuition, connecting to trust and surrender, and knowing that if something isn't coming through right now, that's okay. It's all divine timing, but it's also about how can I co-create to make that into existence and then focus on the why. Good, I'm glad. Of course, let me know if I can help you, if you would like a session or just a deeper read. If you need assistance in really surrendering the fear stories, I got you. It's for all of us. It's this like connection back to the fear and the society and the needs of others instead of the deep trust that we can experience, and just the amazingness that is when we can actually access that and be like, I'm okay right now. I'm safe. And finding out what works for you. Like if you like to pray, coming back to prayer. If you like to tune into your gut, starting to do that again, or your heart. Yay. So very good. Amazing. You're doing it. But I felt a lot of power with that. It was kind of like untapped power and very much like feminine energy, like flow, allowing. So if you are someone that, like many of us, focuses on masculine energy because that's what society tells us to do so often, and it feels so good to get things done, where can you allow more? Where can you maybe just sit in the bathtub and like give yourself 20 minutes and just surrender and be like, universe, I'm surrendering. Here I am. Open my heart to what I can receive. Yay! I love it. You're doing it. The cards clarified it. It's all good. And I'm feeling like a lot of pink energy too. Okay. Next is Kristen. Okay. Releasing from Wendy. Beautiful Wendy. Am I connected to Kristen? Yay. Okay. Okay, they want me to use this deck. I was like, okay, what are we doing, people? all the decks. Okay, Kristen. What does Kristen need to know tonight? Source, God, Spirit, Universe. What do you want Kristen to know at this point in life? What does she need to know? Okay. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Where can you become more of a leader in your life? Where do you have the wisdom that other people are looking for? Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So I almost just like see you just with the context of these two cards. You just have this wealth of knowledge and you are an amazing leader. And then I almost just see you maybe like taking a step back, like almost like you don't want to step on people's toes or just really wanting to fit in, really wanting things to work out. And it's like, maybe you don't speak up when you know you can and should. And are there other opportunities in your life to really step into this role of having a beautiful impact on the world because you are a strong, courageous, powerful person? So, and that can be quite difficult when, we kind of have that tall poppy syndrome, a lot of us, or imposter syndrome. It's like, I don't want to stand out. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to do the wrong thing. We become the chameleon. That's how I feel sometimes. It's like depending on who I'm in front of, I can kind of like get along with them. And it's a good quality to be charismatic and in networking and make connections. But it's also like, what do you care about and how can you step fully into that? And if someone doesn't fully like it, knowing that you're in your integrity and power, right? So remembering how powerful you are. And I'm going to read you the Priestess card because it's just freaking amazing. And there's lions on it. It's very like ancient Egypt. So if you're seeing lions at all, that is also just Source's way of being like, hey, buddy, there's the message for you. It's that strength energy. It's not like you need to blow things up or like, you don't need to be aggressive by any means, but just like trust yourself that you have the knowledge and lead the way with that because people really need that. The Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it kind of helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who doesn't make mistakes. It's like authentic leadership. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that makes us feel less alone. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. And stepping out, it's so funny. We got this card about stepping out and you got don't dim to fit in. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward to. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who your tribe is. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing you were and might only be one step behind you. You don't need anyone else's permission. Just the courage to stand up, embrace your struggles, the peaks. You don't need to know the way. Just believe there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. How are you being called to step up and lead? How can you be the leader you wish that you had? So that's exciting. I don't know if you have the opportunity. I don't know if you're managing anyone at your new role, but that's a really amazing question to ask yourself. It's like, how can I be the manager, the leader that I wish that I had? Yes, you don't. That is a lie that we tell ourselves because, and that's what I see more and more often in just getting to know more people, is that as amazing of a person that everyone is in their own expression of themselves, all of us have our things. There's no perfect person out there, and perfection is a lie. And it's a cover up to basically be like, we have it all together, and we don't. There you go. I love it. So yeah, this is an amazing opportunity for you to continue to develop your leadership. And I just remember my mom like always telling me that she really tried to be the leader that she had, the manager that was empathetic and allowed her to leave work when she needed to when we were sick, and was just kind. And so it's just amazing. I'm getting chills. So that's that. And then I'll pull you one action card. I'm feeling like I'm calling these action cards. They're called personal power cards, but I'm feeling like it's just a little nudge. What does Kristen need? I am abundant. Oh, yes. So we got 2 abundance cards for the collective reading earlier. We got the abundance card. So step into your abundance. And that's, yes, of course, money, but that's also just like freedom, prosperity, growth, leadership, all the things that make us feel amazing. Yay. There's your reading, Kristen. And then last but not least, we have Carla. Separating my energy from Kristen's. Okay, connecting to Carla tonight. Feeling these ones. Carla. What does Carla need tonight, Spirit? Whoa, okay. Courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Whoops. Receiving. Every day, it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. So I feel like your inner guidance, your gut, your sacral, your intuition is telling you something. And it's like the courage to really embrace it and to know that it won't lead you astray. And it's kind of like the mind is coming in to be like, but I kind of like don't want to listen to my intuition because that's super inconvenient. And actually, like, maybe it's not even right. And, you know, all the things. Extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. So where are you not fully expressing your uniqueness? Is there something in your intuition that is telling you how to do that? That is telling you where you're going to be happier? That is telling you something where you're kind of like, but I don't know. It's not super convenient. Faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. That's something I say to myself a lot is I am always taken care of. So even if we can't get to certain things like I'm super abundant and I have all the money in the world and like everything like that, what is an affirmation that when you say it, you can believe in it? Everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. So, and it's beautiful. In all of these cards, we have hummingbird, we have peacock, we have a seagull, and then it looks like we have some doves with an elephant. So if any of these animals are speaking to you right now, I would say pick one of them and ask Source to show you how supported you are, and ask Source to show you this animal in the next couple of days, just so you can feel even more supported and knowing that your intuition is accurate and that it's okay to follow. And it's more than okay to follow, that you actually really need to follow it, because it's when we continue to ignore ourselves and ignore our own energy and essence that we begin to, like I talked about earlier, we build lives that really don't feel familiar to us. We kind of look around and we're like, how did I get here? And it's because we were living it for other people. And it's like, how do we come to that balance of we have obligations and expectations of where we need to show up, of course, but also where do we show up for ourselves? I am supported. So whatever animal you chose from those cards, maybe if you're still here, comment, let me know, let the audience know which animal it is, hummingbird, elephant, what other ones were there? Seagull. You are supported. Maybe even Spirit is bypassing the animal and just being like, listen, lady, you are supported. Don't question it. We are here for you. How can you remind yourself you're always supported? Who on the other side can you reach out to? If your guides could talk, what would they tell you today? If your guides could send you a sign, what would it be? So if the animals that I was talking about kind of don't click for something in you, what does? So I hope that reading felt aligned to you, Carla. And if there's not anyone else that would like a card, maybe I will pull one last collective card before we wrap up. Okay, just flew right out. Ooh, interesting. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So just a collective message that, of course, there's always going to be things in this world. As a collective, we are all being triggered by so many things. All the things, I don't even think I need to articulate them out loud on this live, because I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. So any of the things that are triggering you right now in this reality, knowing it's okay, knowing there's a lot going on, and then also knowing that the trigger is a reflection of you. And how is this mirroring something within us that when it comes up and I feel very triggered, what is this showing me about myself? And how can I comfort that part of myself to know that it's okay to be triggered? And how can I make that part of myself feel safe without trying to change everything else around me? How can I heal that within myself without fixating on the outside? And if you're watching the news a lot, maybe cut back a little bit. That's all I have to say on that. Carla, hummingbirds are so pretty. I love birds. I'll have to think about the message and what my intuition is telling me. Connect with them more. And I also just feel like your dad, like just when I saw the I am supported and all of those prompting questions, just a reminder that you really are supported every single day. And pick a particular sign with him maybe, or with your angel team. Maybe hummingbirds is the one, so that, you know, for me, it's actually, I don't know if you can see, but it's owls. So whenever I see owls, I'm like, okay, I'm on the right track. Thank you, Spirit. There's a couple of them that I have that are like that, where it's just this gentle reminder of like, keep going. You're on the right track. You're doing a great job. Love it. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I hope that you had an amazing time, just like I did. If you want any assistance, if you want a deeper read, if you want an energy clear, if I can help you become the fullest expression of yourself in this world, please let me know. I would love to work with you further. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful weekend. Happy fall. And I will talk to you soon. I will see you next week. The following week, I have a wedding. So I won't see you, but I will see you, I think it's the 8th. So happy October, happy fall, and I will see you soon.
Thank you so much for joining Card Pulls and Coffee with Lindsay. Every episode is a joy sprung from a tree of life. We hope you'll join us next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Remember to share and like and follow. Until next week, let the stars you follow keep you safe.
You've been listening to WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows.